What is up, boys and girls? Why is my like and subscribe thing so shady? Let's see if I can fix it for you all. Why is it so shady? It should be down here. The heck? What the hell? It should be bigger than that, man. Anyways, Empire Steve is here to save the day. I'm back again. Let's go. It's another day. Today actually is a good day because at the end of the night, I will get my $150,000 Apex Trader PA account. Yep, it's the first time I've had a $150,000 account with that $5,000 drawdown. It is going to be juicy. I hope I don't screw it up the first day, but you guys are going to keep me in check because that's how it's going to go. I know it. Anyways, today is the 11th. Get ready. Tomorrow is going to be a very, very, very interesting day. I will not be trading at 8:30 because that is going to be a recipe for disaster. Yep, you will not see me trading at 8:30. Heck no. Nope, ain't doing it. Nope. But today, let's talk about what we did today. Today, I made like $360. I'll show you in a second. The market's closed right now. I'm just now making a video. I had to work today like a big boy, but look at this nice little fair value gap here. Who caught that? Who caught that this morning? That is crazy. That's nice. Look at the market, what we did today. Let's go to the daily. What did we close at? It's kind of hard to see with all my stuff there, but we closed bullish. People asked me this morning what I thought, both on the Twitch stream and in Discord, and I said, they asked me what I thought, and I said, today it's looking bullish. And it's going to be bullish until it's not bullish. So we broke above this area yesterday. There's a candle from December the 16th, sorry. That's 22nd. That's last year. Holy cow, it's already 2023. Holy moly. And there's this fair value gap here on the daily. You can see it. It's that big red box right there. And I kind of put a box there. And there's another one above it. That's a 1 hour though. But there's this daily. And I was thinking maybe we would come up to this to the top of this. And we got pretty darn close. Pretty close. Top of this box right there. Pretty messy, but pretty good analogy, I thought. My part, here's the 1 hour one I was talking about. Maybe it's not the 1 hour, it's 4 hour. Yeah, it's 4 hour. See, there's a box there. That's what's good about this fair value gap. This fractal break imbalance one gives you the box. It's nice. There's another one here. So today the market was good. I traded this morning. I would say that my trades this morning were not very good, but it did not matter. I was taking it easy, still made a little bit of money. These trades late in the day, wowzers. If you would have traded all this, pretty nice. Bought this dip here. This dip came perfectly into this fair value gap. Look at here, this is how you draw it. If you're using the fractal break, this is what you do, but if you're not using that, this is also what you do. You just go from if you have multiple green candles or multiple red candles in a row. See here we have multiple, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it looks good, right? So you would, this is the 5-minute chart, you would take you look for gaps in between these candles. And when you find a gap, you note it. You can take a mental note if you are that smart, you can remember it, or you can put a note on the screen, or you can use indicators, whichever you prefer. But look what we do here. So you go from the top You look for the gap in between different candles, and not all candles are going to have gaps. Look, see, there's a candle there, and the wick's up here to the candle to the left, since we're on an uptrend, right? It's a green candles is what you're looking for. There is the top of this one, and so there's no gap. There's no gap, like you can see. There's no gaps. There's a gap. This indicator, fractal break imbalance fair value. I can't remember the person's name. Let's look for it, actually. I got a bunch of them, as you can see right here. It's Gene Clash. Fractal break imbalance fair value gap. But just put in fractal and then look for Gene Clash. Give it a little favorite button. And it shows you all of the gaps. You don't gotta do nothing. It's that simple. So it does the work for you. But here's a gap, and then you would take a rectangle or a box, whatever you want to call it, and you would put it out. And what do we have here? Multiple green candles. And then we come into this fair value gap. We do it twice. Technically, you're supposed to put your stop below the fair value gap. That's a pretty large stop. But if you have that risk, then go for it. And then put your stop down here below it, or you can just put it a little bit further down, or if you want to use the 50 moving average, you can, or if you want to use VWAP, you can. If you want to use 5 ticks below the 20 EMA, by all means, it's up to you. You do what's best for your account as far as risk management. But if you bought in this gap, and voila, you could have just rode it all the way up, sold it whenever you wanted to sell it. It doesn't really matter. A couple points, is still good. 5 points is pretty amazing. But look, you never would have got stopped out the rest of the day. If you had your stop down here, you never would have gotten stopped the rest of the day. This is at 11. The market was a little strange this morning when we opened up. The price action was really weird. So today was one of those days where you should have just traded after lunch. Like, it's just one of those days today. But I still made money, and it is what it is. So we can do a little bit more drawing or looking for plays. I like to use the 3 minute and the 2 minute and the 1 minute. Mostly I like the 1 minute. I just find the most luck with the 1 minute. So this is late in the day, and you see a gap forms. This is on the 1 minute. So we are at 3. So you see this wick there, and that looks good. We're coming up. The EMAs are starting to curl. They're starting to go on a little curl ride, right? And then what happens? We see a gap form. That's what the indicator shows us, that there's a gap here, there's a gap there, and we get close to it. But remember what you're supposed to do. You buy anywhere near the fair value gap. If you have multiple candles in a row, boom, 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 boom. There's 1, 2, 3 nice good green candles. One of the members in my Discord, his name is CJ. Shout out to CJ. He reminded me, because sometimes it's good to get a little refresher. You learn something, and you might unlearn it. Something goes wrong. You got other things going on in your life or in your mind, and you just kind of forget about it. He reminded me of those three soldiers, or whatever you want to call it, white soldiers. Call it whatever you want. I'm gonna call it 3 green soldiers, or 3 red soldiers, or who cares, right? But anyway, 1, 2, 3. There's a fair value gap. You buy in it. You put your stop below here, and that would have been anywhere in this 39.78 area. But you still buy. If you could buy close to this fair value gap, or even there, you would go. Even if you got in this candle, you stay in it until we break below this fair value gap. And we never did. We never did it. We just kept going. We just kept going up. So remember that. Let's look for some short plays. so you can see what's on the selling side it looks like. So this is today, this is 10 o'clock, and you see 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and there's a gap there. And I'll draw it so you can see it a little bit better, like that, and price comes to it there. If you would have got anywhere in here on this break of this EMA, that's 39.60. See if we can fall through VWAP. That's 39.52. That's 5, 6, 7, 8 points. Bam, just like that. With 3 contracts, that's good money. Even 1 contract, it's decent, right? You can build up your account that way, right? So, and again here, but this one doesn't play out as good, and I don't like that the EMAs had already crossed here. And here, we did close above this fair value gap. But one thing that you can do to fix that, when you have a small fair value gap like that, like this one, you enter anywhere and then you put your stop above the body of this candle. So that had been 39.59, right? And you never would have gotten stopped out. You don't have those three red candles that you want to look for, but you have this monster big red candle. But that still would have been good. But if you want to do it to the T and just make sure the strategy is never, never is going to fail, right? You would just do 3, just only play those 3 bar plays. If 3 red bars, 3 green bars, whatever color bars you have on your chart. This one could have been good, obviously. We already talked about that. This is when the market had opened. Let's look in the middle of the night if we see anything. This is pretty nice, but it's not really 3 green or red candles, but dang, that is really nice. But this is late night, and you can see that there's a gap right there to there. And look what price does. This is 6 in the morning. Fails in there once, never gets above this fair value gap. So there you go, and then you get the cross there, and it stays like the 8 EMA crosses the 20 into the downside. So the 20 is on top, making it a bearish trend at the moment. And price never gets above this fair value gap, and eventually goes through VWAP. So that would have been a good play too. 49 down to 43, that's 5 points, anywhere in there. This is early morning. And this is a little intriguing. So 1, 2, 3, and there's a gap here, so I'm just going to cover over this gap. So there's 3 there. Price goes into 1, 2, 3, comes back down to the top of this fair value gap, or this gap, and boom, boom, price never goes below. So your stop would have been like 39.41 in that area, or below this 20 EMA. It's up to you. And then there you go, all the way up to 50, or you can sell whenever you want to sell, right? That'd have been nice. 7, 5, 6, 7 points depending on when you entered. So anyway, I'm just showing you all real quickly, or it wasn't even really that quick, how to spot fair value gaps, how to draw them on your chart, and how to trade them. And you can trade them along with the EMAs. This green line is the 8 EMA, the red line is 20 EMA, this blue line is the 50 EMA, and this yellow line is the VWAP. And I have the fractal break imbalance by gene clash. I already showed you that. So that is how you can look for plays in this market on ES, especially, mostly ES. I would not use the strategy on NASDAQ. NASDAQ is very volatile and jumpy, and you will get stopped out every which way. So I do not recommend it on NASDAQ. Use it on ES. You can use it trading SPY options. You can use it trading Apple. You can use it trading even QQQ. QQQ isn't as bad as NASDAQ is. It definitely gets that movement, similar movement, but it's not like that volatile, like huge, massive price action movement. So that is that. If you want to see real fast what we did in the Discord today, I'll show you. Here's my Discord. It's a little small, but let's go up to the top. I made, this is today, this is yesterday, this is yesterday. He posted yesterday that he passed another 25K eval. It was a little later in the day. I said grats. And I posted this. I made 360 today. Bands LLC made 900 today. Raphael made 2,000 on 2 accounts. These are evals, I believe, but he passed those evals. You can see he's at 53,000. Very nice. He passed those. Homeboy laugh. Geez, 3,000. That's really nice. Some more people posting their P&L. He's 137. It's 350. So that's a little bit of what we did today. There was a couple other people. Some people don't post their P&L and they still get big winners and all that fun stuff. But just some people like to keep it private. So it is what it is. What are you gonna do? You do you. Whatever works best for you. That is it. So if you want to, if you think you got what it takes to be a trader, sign up for a 50K, even a 25K. It could be whatever you want, whatever account you think you can do on Apex Trader Funding or TickTick Trader Funding. I have my codes are down below. You hit the little more button below the video and you will see all that stuff. That's how you can get into my Discord as well. It is not free, unfortunately, but everything else is free from what I believe. That is it for me today. If you all have any questions or comments, leave those down below, and I'll do my best to go over that in a potential video. And then let me know. Let me know your thoughts. And hopefully later, or tomorrow actually, I'll be trading on my brand new 150K funded account. I am excited. I don't want to get too excited because we know what happens with that. But anyways, we'll talk to you all again tomorrow. Take care. See ya.